Here's Gabe Neitzel.
Stephen Watson not here today, but luckily we go deep. We got golf guys all over the place here, just all over the building. Now, he has filled in before, filled in for me here on the tee. I'm Gabe Neitzel, but you can catch him part of Brewers Extra Innings, BEI. And I appreciate you, man. Like, if you would have canceled on me today, it would have been understandable because you were up until owl hours of the night last night, balls flying out of the ballpark when they shouldn't be.
Oh, my God.
But that doesn't matter because we still have Brewers Extra Innings. No matter if it's the next day, we've got Brewers Extra Innings over on WTMJ. He is Dominic Cotroneo. Dom, thanks for jumping in here, buddy.
I mean, it's an honor to get called back up to the show once again. I got optioned after the last one, but it's okay. I took the assignment well. And I'm ready for the big time and be back with you here, Gabe.
Wait, so when did you finally? Because I had no chance. I wasn't staying up all
of
night.
course,
I wasn't. When did you finally get off last night from Brewers Extra Innings?
I was off the air, I believe, at 2:40 a.m. Yeah, I received it from the network at about 1:35.
Sure.
And I joked with my producer, Evan Witalison, is like, I am going to do this until, 2:30, and I still went long, right? We had
because the highlight segment probably took half the show.
The fans were incredible. We had a fan call in live from Vegas who was at the game, which was really cool. A couple other fans called in. Live chat was popping off. So if you're an insomniac like me, stay up late tonight. We got another one tonight, and hopefully it's not as crazy as yesterday.
It was insane. Certainly yesterday, and then he had to wake up. He had to work his other job, and that's where I want to start. That's where we start today on the tee with It's All About the Drive.
Sometimes it's all about the drive. But off the tee, it's all about the drive. The best and biggest shots of the weekend.
That house is like 400 yards away.
Is that good?
That's unbelievable.
It's all about the drive.
And All About the Drive brought to you by the Ewald Automotive Group. They're celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Available in over 1,500 vehicles at every Ewald dealership location. So many vehicles to choose from. Finding the right one's never been easier. Just find out more by going to ewaldauto.com. So for those who don't know, our buddy Dom here is a caddy at Erin Hills. Now, of course, maybe people found that out through videos with your friends and pals over at No Laying Up. But how long have you been out at Erin?
This is season number 6.
Season number 6.
Season number 6. It's flown by. I mean, even today, there's a moment that I was talking with the guests I caddied this morning, guests that we had, and I wasn't like crouching down to read a couple of putts because like I knew what the putt already did. And the guy made a comment to me on like the 7th hole. I was like, "Aren't you going to look at this?" I'm like, "No, it's a ball outside right." And then he cashed it. And so I was like, "Yeah, I have been here. I do know these greens. I am that point. I am that vet now."
That's what we love to hear. So I want to pick your brain a little bit about like do's and don'ts because when people go to a place like Erin Hills, which Stephen and I hold in very high regard, or they go up to Sand Valley or they go up to the Straits and they play for a caddy or play with a caddy for the first time, like I think there's a little bit of anxiety. Oh, am I doing the right thing? I brought out my parents in either 2020 or 2021 to Erin Hills. First time they had ever been out there, first time they'd ever played with a caddy, and I think there was some nervousness. So I thought walking through it, because even though I've played with a bunch of caddies, whether it's at Erin, when we've gone over to Scotland, had plenty of opportunities, like I mean, you want to play well, but I also like at times feel bad for my caddy because I'll hit some way off line and I'll just give me the bag. You're double looping. Go take care of the other guy. I'm gonna go to mine. I'll be fine. I'll meet you back up in the green. And I believe that's frowned upon because you guys are supposed to have all the bags. So if you are somebody who is going out and playing golf at Erin Hills for the first time, and you're using a caddy for the first time, like what are the things they need to know?
Okay, first and foremost, we do not care what you shoot. We do not care. We're not judging you. We're not, snickering on, you can't even hit a 7-iron 140 yards. We're not that. Not that at all. The number one thing we care about is making sure you have the time of your life in the 5 hours that you're on that golf course. That is my job. That is every other caddy's job in any club, anywhere they are, especially at a place like Erin Hills, where it is it's a pretty penny to play there, and B, it's hard to get there. It's a haul for a lot of these people. I mean, the group that I caddy for today, 2 guys were from San Diego, 1 guy was from Raleigh, North Carolina, another guy was from New Jersey, right?
Wow.
Coming from all over and coming to Wisconsin, all right? So they've already made the effort, like, we want to be here. Take our money, we want to be here. So I always want to reciprocate that and say, I am so glad you brought me along, man. Let's have some fun. Let me show you some places. So do not care what you shoot. I promise you, there's not a single caddy that cares what you shoot. Second thing, let's talk about the bag, man. Hey, man.
Okay, this is good stuff. Yes, because I'm conscious. Like, I try to empty out my bag as much as I can. The problem is my iron shafts are pretty heavy.
Yeah, you swing hard. Like, that's different.
But so, like, I am trying to empty as much unnecessary stuff out of there because my bag is already heavy enough to begin with.
Right.
So I have become conscious about that after seeing some caddies empty some things out of my bag over the years.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you're kind of an outlier in the fact that the gear itself already weighs so much. But, like, the folks I'm talking about, the folks that I see that are only playing ever off a golf cart, haven't actually carried their bag for a while. You know, they only carry it to the range and then on into the bag, whatever. So, hey, you don't need a dozen golf balls. You don't need, you know, the umbrella when it's a sunny and 75-degree day. We don't need the extra pair of shoes. And like, don't make your suitcase your golf bag. Let's lighten the load here. Let's understand, what do we actually need? Sunscreen, keep it in there. Is there a chance of rain? Cool, keep a little rain jacket on there, whatever. Is it, you know, do you need a Theragun in there? No, you don't. You really don't. Do you need the orange whip? Do you need the big, you know, swing weight? Do you need the weighted 7-iron? Like, you don't need that, man. Like, let's leave that in the trunk. I understand. Like, hey, there's 14 clubs. They're going to weigh enough on their own. And then let's make sure we get all the junk out of there.
So I think I overthought this one time because I was, with playing through the Mac Fund and the Ringer event that Steven and I play in, a lot of times one of the tee gifts we get is a new golf bag. And one of the bags was kind of like a Sunday carry bag.
Yeah.
But the problem was I'm like, oh, man. So here's the thing. Maybe I feel bad, and I should have apologized to the caddy because everybody else just had regular bags, and then you can put them down, and they had the tripod, and they folded out. But this just had, like, the half tripod. So, like, he had to reach all the way down. Is that kind of a pain? I mean, it's a lighter bag, but, again, it's. I probably should have just kept the normal bag because it would have been easier just with the regular tripod to pick up, and I feel like I overthought it one time.
You did overthink it, but here's the thing. It's still up to the caddy, right? For me, personally, if I had one carry stand bag and then your bag, I'd be taking your bag.
Okay.
Honestly, I see that as a gift from the gods. Like, oh, you're getting a Sunday bag today. I mean, that's when we talk about no frills, clubs, one pocket. Like, that's my dream bag. I don't care that it's not. Maybe I'll lean it up. Maybe I'll use whatever. Maybe I just keep it on my shoulder all day because it's that light.
Yeah.
So leave that up to the caddy.
Okay.
If you want to use a Sunday bag, like if you're going on a 10-day trip or whatever, and maybe you're not having a caddy on every single round, and you want to have the Sunday bag for yourself, keep it. And if the caddy's really making a stink about it, I promise you, every club has change-out bags.
Yeah,
every club will.
He didn't make a stink of it. I just noticed it on like the third or fourth hole. Like, oh man, like everybody else's bags are sitting there with the tripod, and then there's my little bag, just kind of like all the way down on the ground. Like,
Personally, I will never turn down a Sunday bag. It is up to caddy preference, and again, every club has a way to say, oh well, he really wants 2 stand bags, and go up, change it out. It's no big deal. Personally, bring me all the Sunday bags. Like, I will deal with it. That is no big deal to me. It's one less thing to worry about. One less thing that can fall. One less thing that can get damaged that I'm worrying about out there. I'm all in on it.
So that's great. Because the other thing I am conscious about as somebody, and I think I told the story when we went to Scotland, like, especially in Scotland, because what I've really enjoyed that you guys do as caddies out there is when people are hitting the ball on the range, you guys are observant.
Yes.
Like, you're kind of picking up. And again, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are. You're just trying to get information because how far somebody hits it depends upon, okay, this is the line you're going to take. 'Cause there's a couple of blind tee shots out there. 12 being a blind tee shot, 8's a blind tee shot around the corner. Okay, depending upon how far you hit it. But you guys never ask those questions because the caddies, I feel like, are there as you're warming up on the range and you're kind of getting information just by observing a swing, things like that.
I know what kind of a player I have after 3 swings on the range.
Yeah.
3 swings. That's all I need. Even that, sometimes it's even less than that. And there are context clues that give it, and I know I just said I don't care what you shoot, but I also care to make sure that you have a good time, and I make sure that you set yourself up for success.
Yes.
You know, when I'm watching a dude like flush a 7-iron and it flies 145 yards, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
But then when the guy turns around and says, yeah, I'm thinking blue, I'm like, that's 7,000 yards. You are not playing blue tees today, brother. We're going to the whites. And that's not meant to be a bruise onto anybody's ego. It's meant to be, hey, especially at a place like Erin Hills, and there's a lot of places like this too. It's like, hey, Erin Hills has hosted U.S. Opens.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because it's an easy golf course.
Yep.
The next time I see somebody, have to move back a tee because they're having too much fun will be the first time, right? Because I have never had a group, especially, look, none of these guys' names are on the bag, right? So I'm looking at this group, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're really thinking blue today. And they hit the ball decently far, but all over the place. I'm like, look, boys, let's play green. If you are 2 under through the first 4 holes, we'll move back. You're having too much fun. They were like 4 over each. I mean, it's just like, it's a hard golf course.
Yeah.
Listen to your caddy, which is the last piece of advice. Just trust your caddy. Trust him. We'll make a mistake. Yeah, we'll misread a putt. So will you. Like, everyone makes mistakes on the golf course. But when my favorite line that always seems to happen is they're standing over a putt, and I say, hey, it's, they'll look at me and go, is it going left or right? I'm like, no, it's going right to left, and it's 2 cups outside right. He goes, no way. And then he does his line, and it breaks out the other. Oh, I should have listened to you. Then why am I out here, bro? Why'd you bring me out here?
Yeah.
It's that simple. So listen to your caddy. Be open to understanding, oh, this is your first time on the course? I've probably caddied, I do the math in my head, I have caddied at least 700 bags at Erin Hills in my 6 years. At least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's 1,000. Because, it's pushing it. So I think I've seen the course a few more times than you, bud, so let's work together and make sure you get the lowest score possible.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where if you have a really good caddy, it enhances the round. And again, referencing the time I took my mom and dad out there. Mm-hmm. My mom and dad don't play a ton, especially then. Like, they're playing a little bit more now because they're both retired, but didn't play a ton then. And one of the caddies gave my mom like a quick bunker lesson.
Yeah.
Like close to the green, and she hit I still remember it. Like, she hit this unbelievable bunker shot, and the smile on her face, right? That it really helped out, and that's what I think Erin Hills has done such a good job of. The way you guys have been trained. I think I have never had a bad caddy experience out there.
Well, we appreciate that. I think that we do take it very, very seriously. And the other thing about Erin Hills versus maybe other clubs in the area, and granted, we're not a club, we're public, but other clubs, sometimes you're kind of just dealing with labor, like, hey, all that's available are high schoolers or whatever, and Evan Scholars, which is not a bad thing. I love the Evan Scholar program. But you're not even allowed to caddy until you're 18. Right? We don't take any high schoolers. It's a hard walk, so it's generally mostly college students, and then guys like me and some veterans that are out there still going. But it's just that's a place that it's a hard walk. Mm-hmm. You're in the sun all day long. And it's a prestigious club now that we've hosted both the men and the women's open. It's a great place to work. So we, the vets, the guys that have been there like me for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, we take it very seriously to make sure that the kids that are going to be there after us understand, hey, you better keep this torch going because we are the best caddy program in Wisconsin, and it is not close. I'd argue it's the best caddy program in the entire Midwest, given the quality that we have.
I'll leave that up to you. I've only had experiences with caddies in Wisconsin.
And where we send our caddies during the off season is some pretty good places.
There's some pretty good ones. We've had Jules on this program.
There's a Sir Augusta National. If you've heard of it. There's a great club down in Scottsdale, Estancia, Stream Song down in Florida, the Concession down in Florida. The list goes on. And we've got a couple of caddies that have now moved on to Bandon, and that they were hired sight unseen. Like, oh, you're a caddy at Aaron? Psh, yeah, you can caddy at Bandon. So that's what I think is the badge that we wear within the golf industry.
Yeah, I think the listening to your caddy part and sometimes it's hard to let go because golf is all about control, even though you really don't have that much.
Everyone wants to be that guy. Like, oh yeah, I read that and I saw it, and no one, and then it was a blind tee shot. I'm like, no man, like we're here to help. Mm-hmm. Like, let us help you. It's more fun when you play well. I mean, literally, my guy today made a 30-foot par putt. It was the first time all day on 18 that he finally hit his start line on the putt, and we just kind of looked at each other and just, hug me, brother! It's the best moment. It's just so much fun. It's meant to be fun. You are paying to be here. Let's make sure you have a good time.
Yeah, and again, I just thought it'd be a fun way because again, it can be intimidating the first time you go with the caddy, but you just look. I think most really good caddies are just going to make sure that you're having a good time.
I always say I'm a chameleon. Right, I'll be whatever you need me to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to talk trash the whole time and make fun of each other, yeah, I can do that. If you want to be prim and proper and tell you about the history of Erin Hills, I can do that. If you want me to shut up and keep up, I can do that too. That's the sign of a good caddy, that they blend into your group easily.
Yeah, and again, that has always been the case every time we've been out at Aaron Hills. That is all about the drive. It's brought to you by Ewald Automotive Group, celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Go to ewaldauto.com. Is that why we got this little American flag here, Strophy? Is that all for Ewald Automotive, trying to celebrate America's 250th? Because that was not here. I don't believe that was here this morning when I was doing Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I don't know where this came from.
Happy World Cup week.
Oh, yeah, that's
that's...
USA's in it, right?
As far as I'm aware, the answer is yes to that.
That was a joke, Alex.
Technically, yes. They are
Right,
they
you
are
didn't have to
participants.
qualify.
Yeah, they are participants.
I miss Taylor Twellman. What are we doing?
But a lot of good golf still to be played. A lot of good golf happened this past weekend. We break it down for you with our cousin sub of the day, Dom Cotroneo. I'm Gabe Neitzel right here on the tee.
Back to the course and on the tee with Gabe and Steven after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Your road to the ESPN Milwaukee Open starts with one lucky phone call. Listen to On the Tee Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee for your chance to qualify. 10 listeners will each receive a randomly assigned golfer in the Memorial Tournament, and the highest finish wins the grand prize twosome.
Thanks to Delzer, a division of Proof, The Bog, Marquette Athletics, Tony Wendorf and Associates, Events by Design, Boucher Automotive, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Loyal Family Renovations, Gruber Law Offices, and Siding Unlimited.
ESPN Radio Sports Beat with Freddie Coleman.
Well, thanks to the San Antonio Spurs winning Game 3, we may have all the makings of a classic series in the NBA Finals involving the New York Knicks and the aforementioned Spurs, with the Knicks up 2-1. Especially with all that hubbub leading into Game 3, it didn't feel like an NBA Finals Game 3. It felt like the opening of a Broadway play or the red carpet leading to a major blockbuster motion picture. It went far beyond the basketball game, and you wonder, maybe the nerves got to the New York Knicks more than they want to admit or more than they thought could actually happen. But now we got a series because the San Antonio Spurs have shown they are very, very hard to send off into that gentle goodnight known as the NBA season. To bring some memory to your memory, this was a team that won 62 games in the regular season, had the second-best record in the NBA, and won the Western Conference Finals being down 3-2 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So we should have expected a win by the Spurs in Game 3. As for Game 4, expect the unexpected. In 60 seconds, Canes versus Golden Knights equals classic NHL.
At the Home Depot, we know pros want to be ready for whatever the job site has in store. That's why the Home Depot app is made for pros who don't miss a beat. So you can power your jobs with rentals to get the tools, trucks, and equipment you need fast. And Pro Extra benefits to keep your business growing. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love. Sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
More and more people are paying attention to the Stanley Cup Final involving the Vegas Golden Knights and the Carolina Hurricanes. And why would you not? You don't have to be a hardcore hockey fan or a casual hockey fan. Just be a sports fan, because every game has provided great theater involving the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights. Game 3 was a masterclass, and oh my God, I can't believe that happened. At one point, it was 4-0 in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights. Then you blinked your eyes in the third period. It was 4-4, tied with the Carolina Hurricanes. And then in overtime, the Hurricanes own the action before a loose puck goes the other way, because that puck can be a very cruel mister in the Stanley Cup. So after the first 3 games that had action, thrills, spills, and chills, what can we expect in Game 4? Probably the same thing. Action, spills, chills, and thrills, because so far it's been so good involving the Stanley Cup Final with the Canes and the Golden Knights. For the ESPN Radio Sports Beat, I'm Freddie Coleman of ESPN Radio's Freddie and Harry.
What if one place could bring your whole family together? At the Wisconsin Country Club, it's more than just golf. It's summer days by the pool, pickleball, and tennis with friends, a full fitness center, and kids programs they'll actually look forward to. No more juggling schedules across town, no more multiple memberships, just one place where everything and everyone comes together. From casual dinners to year-round experiences, this is where your family wants to be. The Wisconsin Country Club, more than a club, it's your home away from home. Schedule a tour for for you and your family today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
You're listening to On the Tee with Gabe Neitzel and Stephen Watson on 94.5 ESPN.
We were just talking about it for a long time because, well, our guy Dom works out there. You can play Aaron Hills, Golf Digest 10th ranked public course in the nation, right here in Wisconsin. Enjoy charming overnight accommodations and the championship golf experience. Back nine is awesome. Learn more. Plan your trip. AaronHills.com. Before we move on, since we're still talking about Aaron Hills, do you have a favorite hole out there?
12.
Or does it change on a daily basis?
No hesitation. 12.
Okay, all right. I didn't even finish the question. You
12.
answered. Okay.
Best hole. It was in every routing. Downhill, a little to the right, cool little green. Flag today was like right on the saddle, so like if you were long, it was running away. If you were short, it was coming back. It was just, God, I love that hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's 15. 15.
Yeah, that's probably second.
Yeah.
15 probably second.
Just such a good short par 4.
Most underrated, though, out there, honestly, I love 8. I don't know why people don't love 8. It's a hard hole.
It is a hard hole, and if you don't get the line right, you could be like in the rough on a downhill lie trying to hit it up the hill.
But that's a challenge. But then if you do get the line right, you got a pitching wedge in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I love that hole.
2's underrated.
2, yeah.
Because that green is...
Cool little green.
My favorite thing, and we're going to be talking about the U.S. Women's Open here a little bit, but my favorite thing a year ago at the U.S. Women's Open on Sunday, did a show out there. They had put the pin all the way in the back on 2. And the women were still like pushing it up where they had these little 50-yard pitch shots. So to watch them control their spin, like land and have it spin so it, because again, that green is just so hard and it runs away from you, for them to hit these little half-wedge controlled shots, I could have sat there all day and watched them do it. It was so much fun.
It was the fastest I've ever seen the greens at Aaron Hills. I mean, they were purple by the end of the day there on Sunday. To see the best in the world play that place, and I played it 2 days later, same flags and everything. I'm just like, God, this is awesome. This is so cool.
Yeah, so. It was. And honestly, I hate how the Memorial and the Women's U.S. Open have now basically been on the same weekend, because we had 2 really good golf tournaments, and I'm hoping, even though I know it's a false hope, with whatever the new PGA Tour schedule looks like, and it's not going to be fully changed until 2028 at this point, 2027 is going to be pretty similar on the men's side. I want some of these events to be able to stand alone. Like we didn't need a men's tournament this weekend. No. You don't need one. You could have had the Memorial last week. I mean, the Memorial used to end, part of the reason why it's the Memorial, the Sunday before Memorial Day.
Yes.
So, like, having the U.S. Women's Open and this event happening simultaneously, now, because the women were out west and on the West Coast, it kind of helps, so it staggers it a little bit. But I want these things to be, because Riv was awesome. And it's just cool to think of how people talk about Riviera. And, well, we just had that event in Wisconsin last year. That's the level that Aaron Hills is on. But it was such a fun weekend. And it was so fun watching the women once again go after a course that we're pretty familiar with because we see it on a regular basis on the men's side. We're going to be seeing it a lot. The Olympics, USGA is pretty heavily invested now in Riv. Obviously, we see it every February on the men's side. But it was a really fun to watch the women go after a course that the men get to play all the time.
Well, the other thing I'm fired up about right now is that this run that the women are on for venues for the Open, and we've talked about it for so long, where the women come and play, and they play it how the course is meant to be played. And it's not meant to be a knock about how they hit it shorter than the men, but it's just that watching them play 10 this week at Riv was so refreshing. And even on Saturday, they move it up, and only like 4 or 5 gals even tried to go for it, because they knew there is risk here of me trying to stop this ball. I come in at a flatter angle. So a lot of people were playing to that, 70 to 50 range.
There is a bunker there. That
cross bunker.
There's a cross bunker that's, 30 yards short of the green, 20 yards short of the green?
I want to say it's like 40, yeah.
Oh, yeah, something like that. That when the men play it, you don't even realize it's there. Maybe you see it on if they've got the camera back on the tee box, maybe you see it. But the men are all just trying to push it up there as far as possible. You're not even thinking about it. The women are, okay, well, am I going to be able to carry that? And if I do, is it going to hit off the back part of that bunker and then run out and really put me in a bad spot? So, there was a bunker that added to the actual, the strategy of how you play that hole, where when the men play, you don't even think about it.
Or then even later in the back nine, the first par 3, what is that, 13?
Yes.
At Riv, and that flag that they had tucked all the way on the left, you had to hit this super precise shot given how firm the greens were. We saw so many ladies come up short in that front bunker, have to hit this mega flop and stop, and that 8-foot tester we saw a few make. Like I remember a few really good makes down the stretch there to keep good quality pars.
Mm-hmm.
The men just hit a 9-iron to the moon and it lands right. There's so much more to think about when the women are going to these great venues. Now, Inverness next year.
Yeah.
Oh, probably one of they had the Solheim Cup there a couple of years ago,
which and I thought it sung for the Solheim Cup. I thought it was really good.
It's
going
to be rocking in summertime,
Mm-hmm.
and then Oakmont the year after that. So when we talk about if it's going to be head to head,
Pinehurst
Memorial,
and
then Pinehurst, but if it's head to head to a Memorial, look, I've seen a Memorial plenty. I want to go see Inverness. I want to go see the women play Oakmont, and then in Pinehurst in 3 years' time. It's the double feature again, where this time the women are going first, and then the week later it's the men going there for the men's U.S. Open. That's going to be easy familiarity to watch them play Pinehurst number 2.
When did they did that in 14, right?
Did that in 14, but it was the other way around.
Yes,
men went first,
correct.
Women went second.
But I loved it. I loved it when they did it in 14, just because I knew back-to-back weeks.
Do you know who won both? Can you remember off the top of your head?
That was Michelle Wee winning hers, and then Martin Keimer.
Wisconsin. Yep.
Martin
exactly.
Keimer won his U.S. Open because he won his PGA at the Straits. And he won it in a runaway.
Ran away. That was the year I believe that Ricky Fowler finished top 5 in all 4 majors.
Yeah.
So he was runner-up there at the U.S. Open, runner-up at Valhalla for the PGA. He was 4th at the Open. I forget where it was. It might have been Troon, and then obviously Augusta.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He had a great major year, but that's. And maybe, look, the men are going to do whatever they're going to do when it comes to putting together their schedule. We also learned this week that this is the last year for the Rocket Classic. That's going away because they don't want to sponsor it, whatever they're asking. So again, I feel like there's an opportunity for holes in the schedule. And it was honestly, Chevron came along and moved it, but it was kind of like when the ANWA came along, the Augusta National Women's Amateur, and that was going head-to-head with the first women's major of the year.
Right.
And some of these women had to choose, do I want to play in the amateur, do I want to play in the major, because you would qualify for the major, and now they're separate weekends. But it's just, to me, it's so easy to have these things be separated. You don't need to have the Memorial going up head-to-head with the U.S. Women's Open if we're truly trying to talk about growing the game, which nobody actually means when they say it. Mm-hmm. Having some of these events stand alone is not a bad thing.
Can I spit a hot take?
Please.
Why does it have to be Thursday to Sunday?
It doesn't have to be.
How about we have women start Saturday, Sunday, finish Monday, Tuesday? And I understand fans and tickets. You want an environment in the last hole. I get all that. Maybe we frame it around whatever. Or maybe it's the men that switch things around, right? I just think that for both the USGA and the LPGA, they want their product seen. And quite frankly, Golf Channel, what are we doing? I know this is tough in between for us here in Wisconsin, knowing the American family and the championship in Madison.
Yeah, that, by the way, I forgot that was this weekend too.
I'm sorry, that shouldn't be taking precedent over a women's major on Golf Channel, right?
Yeah.
We need to be airing the women as easily as possible, whether it's Golf Channel or NBC. Miss me with Peacock. Put the seniors on Peacock. All right, the people that really want to watch them can go find them there. Make it as easy as possible to watch the women play the best courses in the world. It's not that hard.
No, it really shouldn't be. And I think you should be able to do this where you can kind of, again, match it all up and make it make sense. But unfortunately, I don't think that's the world we're going to be living in 2028. I'm guessing, yeah, the Memorial's going to exist. But again, if they're doing this Tier 1, Tier 2 thing, again, you can take a week off.
Somebody call Jack. Hey, man, you really want to go head-to-head with the Women's Open every year? And if he says yes... come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Tell Barbara. Barbara will take care of it. Barbara will make sure.
But she runs the show anyway.
Exactly.
She runs the show in that family
Jack,
anyway.
Let's come back move it back to the Memorial, like the name implies.
Yes.
Let's let the women have their week. Let's get this right.
Yeah. I feel like it should be easy to figure out, but again, it's It's what it is. It is golf, and they're never going to actually do both of those things. With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food or drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Some interesting sound from the Memorial over the weekend. It's our gems of the week. We get to that coming up next on the tee.
No ifs, ands, or puts. There's more on the tee with Gabe and Steven coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Guys, if you're getting ready to propose, go to the jewelry center. It's what I did. Now, I had an idea of what my now wife wanted, but if you don't, go to her Pinterest board. Bring that in, sit down with the helpful team at the jewelry center, and they will help design a custom ring made right here in Milwaukee. The best part, since they do everything in-house, it cost way less than I expected. And it's not just engagement rings. They've got diamond earrings, gold chains, gifts, everything. Check out the jewelry center in Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or Mequon.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Ewald Automotive Group is celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Ewald makes it easy to drive the new or used vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Celebrate America's 250th with Ewald Automotive. $250 down or $250 a month. Available on over 1,500 vehicles at every Ewald dealership location.
Select models with approved credit, tax, title, license, registration, and 479 dealer fees extra. See dealer for details. Expire 7/5/26.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain, it's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery, the pain's back off. And we love hearing from you, how we here at ESPN Milwaukee helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Commercial payments at Fifth Third Bank combine experience with innovation. Trusted to process more than $17 trillion in payments each year, Fifth Third delivers reliability at scale while continuing to push what's next. Named one of Fortune magazine's most innovative companies, Fifth Third builds secure, efficient, and forward-thinking payment solutions. Because commercial payments require more than consistency. They demand innovation that keeps money moving. That's commercial payments. A Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
This is On the Tee with Gabe Neitzel and Stephen Watson on 94.5 ESPN.
When the game matters, where you play matters even more. At the Wisconsin Country Club, you get a championship-level golf experience right here in Milwaukee with nearly a century of tradition behind it. What really sets it apart is everything beyond the course. Pool days, tennis, pickleball, fitness, great dining, people were singing about the food this weekend at the Lombardi. Programs your kids are actually going to be looking forward to this summer. It's not a pieced-together lifestyle. It's all in one place. The Wisconsin Country Club, a better way to experience the game and everything around it. Schedule your private tour today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions. Apparently, that's also a prerequisite for hosting this show. You have to be a member at the Wisconsin Country Club.
Don't out me like that.
Got to be a member at the club.
Co-sign on all that in the Wisconsin Club.
Your favorite hole, I asked you at Erin Hills, what your favorite hole there. What's your favorite hole at the Wisconsin Country Club?
Ooh, so I'm a sicko.
Mm-hmm.
I love the 13th hole. I think it's a 13 and
Okay.
14.
Yes.
I love those. Like the hardest holes on the course.
Yeah, 13's probably my second favorite.
Yeah. And then, honestly, I also really, really enjoy the view when you get to the top of 6th green.
Yeah.
Just looking back down, dead straight par 4 up the hill. Love that. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, I'm right there. So 7's my favorite, especially
Yeah.
from the back tee box. The view on 7, very similar to the view on 6, because they're right next to each other.
Good call.
Yeah, but everybody seemed to enjoy it. Again, we're hosting great events, great people. The food's fantastic. Again, just mention Good Karma if you want to get that tour and get a couple of special promotions. Some other things happening on the PGA Tour, part of our gem, and it's going to be of the week because there's just so much good audio. Engagement rings, wedding bands, gifts for that special someone, even repairs. It all happens at the Jewelry Center. Visit any of their 4 locations, Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or Mequon. This first one happened on Thursday at the Memorial, and I want your take as a caddy, what you would do in this situation when the number 1 player in the world is going off like this.
I feel like that was a good shot. It was a good shot. Now I'm in the water. Because it came in out of the right. Absolutely flushed a 7-iron, and we get the wind wrong, and I'm in the water. I don't think you understand how frustrating that is. Like, that was a good shot. It really was. Flushed it, right the line. Wind hurting out of the right.
So, Scotty Scheffler
Hit a good shot, man.
thought he hit a good one, blaming his caddy, Ted Scott, who in his previous employment also had to hear a lot from his player and Bubba Watson.
Yep.
A lot more than he typically hears from Scotty. But the number 1 player in the world, just real upset. These guys are really close, and ultimately I can't imagine this is going to affect their relationship. But it was just kind of shocking to hear Scotty go off that much. It's funny, I noticed how he said, we get the wind wrong. But he was basically saying, Ted, you got the wind wrong.
Yeah.
You know, even though he was saying we got the wind wrong.
I will give Scotty a little bit of saving grace here for a moment because, look, these are the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The margins, especially at Memorial, given how hard it was playing this weekend, like the margins were razor thin. You get a little bit of wind around that place like it did on Thursday, Friday. Like, I mean, JT Poston's round on Friday. Oh, my God. But anyway, the point being.
65?
Yeah. Like
4 shots better than anybody else?
Oh, my God. Unbelievable round. But, I mean, like, the point being is that the margins are so thin that if you're not, doing what you think, I mean, in that scenario too, if you're playing for a downwind and the wind is into you, like, hey, that's a pretty big error, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right, so now does that excuse Scotty for chastising Ted Scott? Like, no, but at the same time, like. I could tell Ted was just trying to say, let's move on, like, shake it off, and Scotty just wanted to keep doubling down on it.
And look, sometimes you just got to get it out, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get it out, but it's just my favorite part of when he goes, I don't think you know how frustrating that is.
That was the best part.
I think Ted probably gets how frustrating it is. I don't think this is the first time it's happened to Ted. In fact, I know Ted's a pretty good player. I'm guessing Ted, while playing, has gotten the wind wrong and has hit a ball in the water. And again, it's not at the Memorial at one of the biggest tournaments of the year. And now, yes, when you are the number 1 player, when you're any player in that tournament, dropping 3 from 150 yards, hitting 3 after taking a drop from 150 yards, yes, I understand that's frustrating. But it was just, Scotty is somebody who rarely shows that emotion. But again, when it goes south, he's been known to kind of have some of these little fits on the golf course.
I tell you what, there's somebody told me this that's around PGA Tour golfers a lot that said, you joke that they whine a lot and they complain a lot. Well, one thing that's always in common about all of these complaints and everything, when he's adamant, I hit a good shot. It's because these guys' mental games, the way that their brains work is that it can't possibly be my fault.
Yes.
Now, there are times that it is their fault.
100%.
Very rarely will they put the hand up and say it's their fault. But the way that they operate is saying, I did everything right so that the next one they have, all right, well, I did everything right the last one, we get everything right on this one, as opposed to, oh, man, did I actually shut that a little bit? Did I move my hands? And then they're starting to think about that the rest of the day. So, like, the mental side of it's crazy.
To your point, we don't have the audio. I don't know. Did you hear Rory talking about what's going on with his drives? I thought about grabbing that or asking Strofe to grab it, and it's so technical where it made me feel like if this is how a man with 6 major championships feels, I'm not playing the same sport.
No. Well, we aren't.
Well, I mean, we aren't, but like he's talking about, getting underneath it and dragging the handle, and then he's trying to fix this, fix that. It was absolutely insanity. But this is another one I feel like we can all relate to because it's something I think that has gotten out of control on the golf course. Dudes yelling at players.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
But Ryan Gerard handled this great.
Get in the bunker!
We are live at the 18th, and our
Stop
leader.
the bunker, dog!
That's how you do it. God, that's masterclass right there.
So Ryan Gerard, he's again, Gerard is tied for the lead going into 18. He's hitting a shot on 18, and somebody who I'm assuming at this point doesn't want Gerard to win because he's one of the lesser-known players on top of the leaderboard. Maybe they had a bet on somebody else, and they decided to yell at Ryan Gerard, get in the bunker. But for him just to respond,
not in the bunker, dog.
Not in the bunker, dog, as he's picking up his tee. I thought, when I saw that live, I thought it was hilarious and a great response for Ryan Gerard.
And our
Stop
leader.
the bunker, dog.
It's for me, I'm a trash talker when I play golf.
Yeah.
And that is something I could see myself doing in my $5 Nassau.
Sure.
Not on the 72nd hole of the signature event with Jack Nicklaus waiting on the back of the green if you're able to birdie this hole. Like, to be in that headspace of, I mean, I would call it the zone. To be like, yeah, well, it's not in the bunker as I'm picking up. Like, I'm 20 yards by this bunker, which he was, and ultimately made par, obviously, because that green's insane on 18 at Memorial. But that could be a quote of the year by the end of it. It's just like, not the bunker, dog. Like, we're gonna be shouting that. Like, that's a way better thing to say than mashed potatoes or anything like that.
Well, I guess that's where I'm just like so tired of it. Like, none of it's original.
No.
I mean, the closest thing we had to original was at the Masters this year, and I'm sure that guy got ejected because yelling after doing something like that at Augusta is really frowned upon. But when they, I think it was when Rory was teeing off on 15, and the guy yelled, "Give me back my child."
Yeah.
Which is a Jim Rome callback. Yeah, deep Jim Rome cut. Deep Jim Rome cut. If you're a radio nerd like most of us here. But none of it's original. It's mashed potatoes. It's light the candle, get in the hole. Like,
I mean, look, I grew up in Phoenix, and Phoenix Open.
Oh, God.
16th hole. Nothing's original there.
Yeah.
It's just now, I mean, for years it was always, get in the hole, and everyone got sick of that. Now it's just noise. And now it's just kind of like white noise at this point, where it's just because we haven't come up with anything good. You know, I think that golf isn't a sport that plays to that. I mean, you were at the 21 Ryder Cup, obviously.
Yep.
And when Bryson was firing up that crowd,
sure,
there was sort of a moment where it's like, okay, well, now what? Like, it's not like a shot's going to go in and we all go nuts. It's just like we're waiting to see if Bryson's going to drive the green, which he ultimately did. So, but then what do you do? Like, what do you like? Oh my God, he drove the green! Like, there's nothing you could chant.
Yeah. It's just it's one of those things where I want people to have fun while they're at the golf tournament, but like, this just doesn't. This is just a look at me move.
Have some feel.
Yeah,
feel is gone in our world in these days,
and especially because again, you're yelling after. It kind of just felt like, okay, maybe you didn't bet on this guy, and now you're rooting against him.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Which also, which opens another
Gabe,
can of worms.
Get me started, bud.
Yeah, we won't, dog. Don't worry.
He's such a good shot, Gabe.
It's not in the bunker, dog. Engagement rings, wedding bands, gifts for that special someone, even repairs. It all happens at the Jewelry Center. Visit any of their 4 locations: Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, or Mequon. We get to our Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. I've got a question for Dom. That's coming up next on the tee.
Forget about changing that dial. More On the Tee with Gabe and Steven next on 94.5 ESPN. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Now
Summerfest brings the biggest names in live music to Milwaukee's lakefront across 3 unforgettable weekends, including performances from Jelly Roll, Russell Dickerson, Cody Johnson, Floss, Tucker Wetmore, Nate Smith, Whiskey Myers, Sam Barber, and more. Don't miss Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance, June 18th through 20th, June 25th through 27th, and July 2nd through 4th. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Summer is here, and if your home already feels warmer than it should, your windows could be working against you. Right now, buy 4 windows, you get 4 free. That's one of the biggest offers of the year. Plus, you'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing, same as cash. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months of interest-free payments, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
When the game matters, where you play matters even more. At Wisconsin Country Club, you're not just golfing, you're stepping into a 97-year tradition of excellence. The only private course in Milwaukee designed for those who take their game and their connections seriously. No crowded tee times, no distractions, just pristine fairways, elite competition, and conversations that carry far beyond the 18th hole. This is where deals are discussed, where relationships are built, where you belong. Elevate your game at Wisconsin Country Club. Book your private tour today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil, saving you tons and tons of money on noodles. 5-pack Voldak Spicy Ramen, $6.99. For 4-ounce Marussian Yakisoba, $99. Ike hot prices on noodles. Voldak, $6.99. Marussian, $99. Low price noodles. Yakisoba, just 99 cents. Better products, better prices, better service, because we're employee owned.
Enjoy Ozaukee County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
In healthcare, change is constant. Fifth Third Bank helps organizations navigate that change with local expertise and comprehensive financial solutions. From capital structure optimization to revenue cycle support and commercial payment tools, Fifth Third empowers sustainable growth. For nearly 20 years, the Milwaukee team has partnered with healthcare and not-for-profit organizations, building trusted, long-term relationships. Experience the difference only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Member FDIC.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
It's On the Tee with Gabe Neitzel and Stephen Watson on 94.5 ESPN.
Time for our one call. That's all. Brought to you by Gerber Law Offices. They've been serving the people of Wisconsin for over 35 years. Gerber Law Offices, Wisconsin's premier injury firm. Wisconsin's own Gerber Law Offices. One call. That's all. So I played in a fantastic event yesterday.
Yeah?
Last second invite from our guy, the Home Slice from Homer, who is right before us. Catch him on the Homer Hour, 5 to 6 weekdays here on ESPN Milwaukee. And it was for Camp One Step, which is a cause that I've helped support before. I've done some celebrity bartending with our friends over at Broken Bat to raise money for them. Our friend Brian Dees done a bunch of stuff, and Homer has been involved with that charity for a very long time. So they have their annual golf outing, and it's at Blue Mound. Nice. And they understand that, you know, if you're out there playing in this event, chances are you're probably not a member. Now, there's certainly some members at Blue Mound that were participating yesterday, but it literally said on the card, in the cards, there is no format for this event. Play your own ball, play a scramble, play a shamble. Just keep up with the group in front of you. Nice. Which I loved. I thought that was awesome. And because, look, most of these scrambles, that you go to, a lot of charity. You got the yardstick or a string, you're buying mulligans. The number ends up being outrageous, right? And people have, especially on the internet, just talked themselves into being incredibly frustrated over, oh, I thought we shot a good scramble score, which is actually why I enjoy the Lombardi, because it's just 5 dudes, go out there, shoot what you can.
Yep.
And there was a 5-way tie at 14. No. And the Mac Fun does a similar one. But it was great because I'd been out to Blue Mountain in a couple of years. I got to play my own ball. Got to go around Blue Mountain, play my own ball yesterday, and it was a ton of fun. So my question for you, one call, that's all. You're playing in an event. What format do you prefer the most? What's your favorite format to play?
I do follow it up with another question.
Okay.
Am I in a 4-ball?
Mm-hmm.
Am I part of a big event, charity event?
Yeah,
or
let's call it big charity event. A big charity event. You got four guys in the group.
Here's what I would do. I think it would be so much fun to play Scotch foursomes.
Okay.
Scotch foursomes, where everybody tees off, and then from there you pick and you go alternate in from there. I think that would be super fun to give challenge. Different guys' games get, tested. There's the team aspect of it where it's not just everybody watch the same putt over and over. It's like everyone kind of works together to watch the shot. Now, you do get to pick, which of the 4 tee balls that we like the most, so everybody gets to hit the ball far. And then from there, you're rotating it in. Maybe it's 2 balls is the best way, like where, me and you are working together. We both hit a tee ball, then we pick one, then we alternate it all the way in. Alternate shot is so underutilized.
It's so much fun. So
Like,
much fun.
I think more people would enjoy alternate shot than best ball.
I don't think we actually have at Wisconsin Club. We've got our member coming up this weekend. And last year, I don't think we're going with the same format. I think it's I can't remember what the format is. I'm playing in it. I should probably know what the format is.
You're on our board. Come on, man.
I should know what the format is if I'm showing up for this event. But last year we did. So it's a 2-day event. Last year on day 1, it was just best ball between you and your partner, and then second day it was select drive alt shot.
Yeah.
So you both tee off, pick whoever you want to go from there, and that was so much fun. Because again, it gives you alt shot can be tough because you can put your partner in a pretty tough spot. So at least gives you options off the tee to potentially. And I think that kind of helps with pace of play too, because chances are one or one of the 2 balls is going to be in play. But it's just there's so much strategy. Like last year when I was playing with my partner, he just was not comfortable with little chip shots. So there were a couple of times where I ended up hitting a shot that was further back because we had like a ball near the green. He just didn't want to hit a little testy pitch shot over a bunker that he thought was going to hold the green. It brings some fun strategy into it, and I 100% agree. More people need to be playing at least that format, select drive alt shot, if you're going out there with buddies. And I get it. Everybody wants to play their own ball, and maybe that's just part of the privilege of being a member of a club. Maybe you can get away with that a little bit more if you're at a private club. But man, it is so much fun. And then getting a match going.
Yes.
If you're playing, it's so good.
In your regular foursome, if you play like every Saturday or whatever, wherever you're playing, it does not matter. Just once a month.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Pair up, you and your buddy, play, you both get hit tee-ball, and then you alternate in from there. All right? Trust me, just do it once a month, and you will want to do it more often because we just need to, people understand you don't just have to play your ball. Now, I'm happy you got to do it at Blue Mountain. I'm not trying to take anything away.
Nope, that was
fantastic.
fantastic.
Would do the same thing there at Blue Mountain. Okay?
Yes.
Like, I've only ever caddied. Get this, I've played Blue Mountain once, but I've caddied at Blue Mountain more than I've actually played.
Again, you are a
I'm
caddy.
not a member.
Well, no, but you are a caddy, and I mean, Aaron Hills has partnered with Blue Mountain for some of the USGA events. That's not shocking to me that you would end up out there as a caddy. But that's whenever I'm lucky enough, and I'll play in probably 2 or 3 Ryder Cup style events later in the year. I feel like I've got a pretty good alt shot record because it doesn't bother. I just love it. You got to embrace it. And so many people just hate it because they don't play it all that often, and nobody does. But you just have to embrace the alt shot format.
I think that the coolest thing that you can do is when your partner's like, oh, man, I put him in a tough spot. He's going to have to pull. And then you pull it off. And you pull off that shot. And then your partner's like, I'm making this. And all of a sudden, like, everyone's got some juice and everyone's excited.
And then JT misses the putt after Jordan Spieth hits the most memorable shot of the Ryder Cup. Yeah.
Oh, we don't talk about that, Gabe. I thought we weren't going to talk about that. They won the whole thing, thank goodness.
They did. But the most memorable shot from the Ryder Cup, JT missed the putt. But
well, I tell you what, quick aside, I know we're almost out of time. People forget about the 3-wood that JT hit on 15 at Aaron Hills. People forget about that 3-wood because he missed the putt.
Yep.
But, like, I just think it's fun to think about if you pull off a shot, an alternate shot, and then you miss the putt, like, come on, man, I hit that awesome shot for you. Then there's another little bit of banter there, and I love alternate shot.
And so Lombardi was at our place as well, and for the practice round, I like this, and I wish more places did this as well, because it kind of gives you that feel of playing your own ball. But the shamble's not a bad one either, where you pick the best tee shot, and then everybody plays their own ball in from there. And I like that because the Lombardi has the practice round and the actual tournament, so the format on Friday is a little bit different, so you're not just playing scrambled 2 days in a row. But again, it's one of those things where everybody feels like they can get involved. You know you're going to be starting from a good spot because out of 5 guys, you should be able to have one good tee shot somewhere. I don't mind that for some charity events. I think that should be a little more common as well.
Shambles are cool, absolutely, for charity events. Let's just make sure we get the handicaps under control here. I'm sick of the Yip Strickler, of the we got to remember Mimba, so you got to look out for, some of those sandbaggers out there. That's why I don't play flight events anymore. I just play, give me the stroke play, tell me where you're at, but shambles will be fun.
Yeah, and they kind of figure out they call it the Callaway system, where they kind of figure out your handicap based on whatever you shot that day.
Which is better.
Yeah. So
what game did you show up with?
Yeah.
Boom, that's your handicap.
And that's what they do for the Shamble for the Lombardi. So we're entering, I feel like, charity golf season where you can find a scramble just about anywhere on any Monday, because that's the day that these are always happening.
Truly.
But we can as a golf community, I think we can come together and just kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, and be honest, please, people. I'm sick of shot 48. Yeah, scramble, shot 48. No, you didn't, man. No, you didn't.
Look,
hit a good shot, Ted.
I hit a good shot. Now I'm in the water. I don't think you understand.
Got the wind wrong.
I don't think you understand how frustrating that is. Dom, thank you so much. Appreciate you jumping in and being the pinch hitter, being our cousin sub of the day today.
Always happy to do it. Thanks for the call-up.
Catch Dom tonight, part of Brewers Extra Innings, hopefully earlier than last night, whenever the Brewers are done, over on WTMJ. This has been On the Tee. Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart, beer.